Stetson off with the early lead.
Boy, you hope the game doesn't get decided by 1 point.
Whew. That'll be a tough one, huh?
Yeah. So an administrative technical foul. Now we're going to play. All right, Pendade into the center jump circle for the University of Miami against Talley, and Pendade wins it. Area vets badgered out front by Hargrove. Looks like Stetson Chandler's going to open up with an aggressive mindset on defense.
Yeah, she was all up in her. Didn't want her to get an inch. I like that defensive intensity.
Williams brings it inbounds for Miami. Bounces it to Harden. Pendade fouled from behind.
She was begging for the ball on the block, and she just worked it. She continued to work until she got that ball.
Harden inside to Pendade, surrounded by 3 players. And they force a turnover on that one. So that's what she's going to see a lot of today, right? Probably all season long.
I'm sure Stetson have looked at the game film, and they have scouted her, knowing that she is absolutely dangerous, and her back is to the basket, and you can see her numbers. So they made a good adjustment there.
Ball goes in like that, surrounded. They want her to give the ball up, right?
Pendade is going to have to, not get stuck in that three-point, those 3 seconds, and make good passes out of the double team.
Hurricanes always aggressive on defense. Harden right there on Turner. Shot clock down to 1. Off the backboard and the rim, no good, and Miami wants to run. Williams, who had 5 steals the other day. Area vets tees up a 3-ball. No good. Second chance at Pendade puts Miami in front.
Miami's really good and really aggressive on the offensive boards, and so Stetson's going to have to get a body on them, be disciplined.
Area vets led Miami in 3-point shooting a year ago. There's a double dribble on Stetson.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to call that one. They're going to let that one ride, but he caught it.
Cavinder checked too closely by Jordan Pete. How long into this game before, if you were participating before the game plan, you can figure out the game plan that Stetson is going to reveal?
Probably first quarter, honestly, because, foul calls, that's going to decrease the intensity. If Miami can get a couple quick fouls on Stetson, they're not going to be so aggressive, but I think they have to get a good feel of the game first, see how it's going.
Cavinder across the lane. Now with a good rebound is Talley for Stetson. Pete moves it left. Pete from St. Louis, a transfer from Lipscomb. They've got a few transfers in this starting lineup. That's the way of the world today.
That transfer portal.
Pete stuck on the baseline, shot clock inside of 10 again. Hard drive by Talley, good defense. Cavinder has it middle of the floor, has options on the left. Will take it all the way and then try to drop it off.
I was thinking she should have gave it up a little sooner.
Yeah, got it too far, right?
Yeah, I don't think anyone is going to catch Jalea in the open court. Still learning her teammates.
Jalea was right in a perfect spot.
That just comes from trusting your teammates. But again, that comes from having chemistry on the team. They'll figure it out very early.
Williams 14 points on 6 of 7 shooting the other day against Maryland Eastern Shore.
Very impressive and only played half the game.
Pendade facing up, skips it across. Williams for 3, got it.
That makes her a very dangerous player. She is lightning quick, can get to the basket, and she can knock down the 3 balls. Like, how do I defend this person?
She only made 5 last year, so if she makes those 3s this season.
I think that's where her game will evolve.
Here's a 3-pointer, high arching 3 is good by Kyla Turner. Turner shot 27% on the 3-ball a year ago, 21 out of 77. Here's another one by Williams, no good. Down the good rebound, Stetson and the Hatters want to run. On the other end, nice Euro step. Deflected away. Turner on the miss. Canes go the other way. Cavinder. Pendade to finish, and one more.
She is just relentless on the glass when she is buried that deep. There is little to nothing you can do when you have someone of her size and confidence and aggressiveness just back to the basket that far down.
So Pendade puts Miami in front 7-4. Goes to the free throw line. Career-wise, 68%. 190 free throw attempts in her career. And that one is a little bit short. Treadwell captures the rebound for the Hatters. Harden reaches in for the steal. Turner against Williams could be a good matchup. Cavinder shadowing McNeil. Poked away by Pendade. Going to say jump ball.
Pendade's size, it's just a deterrent for anybody going in there. She didn't do anything but stand there.
6'4". I thought that was a clean block, but they're going to say jump ball, so the possession error favors Stetson. 5 on the shot clock, and I'm not sure that Turner knows that. Down to 3, not even looking at the clock. Down to 1, just gets it off. It's an air ball and a violation.
She knew it was just not much she can do. Miami played very good, disciplined defense. They didn't jump. They stayed disciplined, moved their feet, and forced a very tough shot.
Turner was a volume scorer in high school. Over 1,600 points at Nice High School. Williams on the drive on the baseline, got that and one more.
Explosive player really coming into her own. Just a sophomore. It's going to be scary to see her in another couple of years with the way she's evolving very quickly.
Ely High School.
In Pompano.
South Florida product.
Absolutely. It's so refreshing to see Miami keep that home talent right here at home. I know that we have a lot of, Miami has a lot of foreigners, but there's so much talent right here in South Florida in terms of women's basketball.
Williams connects on the free throw. You were one of the top players in the county, and you've seen the growth of women's basketball. I think there's a long three on the way off target. The University of Miami playing, I think that leads to more opportunities with the AAU teams, more awareness of basketball in this town.
AAU has really opened the doors for a lot of exposure for a lot of these, this young talent to be seen all over the place. And like I said, South Florida is a breeding ground for women's basketball. A lot of great talent coming out of Broward County, the Tri-County area, Miami-Dade, and West Palm Beach.
Williams has it on the wing. A whistle away from the ball.
She saw a mismatch. She wanted it.
Hurricanes throw some full court pressure at him now. Stetson struggling to get it across, and they just beat the clock.
Now Miami's good in that full court pressure. And our defense becomes their offense. Ooh.
Williams likes track and field. That time she had to do a little hurdling.
Yeah, that can be scary. I'm glad no one was injured on that.
Roberts comes in for Miami, along with Hannah Cavinder. Roberts played really well on Monday against Maryland Eastern Shore. Also into the game, Spearman.
Roberts is making the best of her time here.
McNeil for Stetson. Out front, Hargrove. Poking at it is Cavinder. Hargrove able to retrieve it. Shot clock inside of 5. Going to be a tough shot for Stetson if they get one. Shot clock violation, and Miami swarming on defense.
Absolutely. Miami has made Stetson go really deep into the shot clock. A lot of the possessions that they've had are really quick three-pointers.
Hurricanes had our first time out with a 6-point lead. We're at the Wasco Center, a matinee, or maybe we're having brunch. We have elementary school day here. Miami 10, Stetson 4. Stetson 1 for 6 so far. Miami's defense has been suffocating. Canes are 4 for 7 from the floor. Here's Cavinder, Hannah Cavinder for Lattimore. Lattimore played 32 games at Texas in the corner. Cavinder for a 3 good.
That's that twin connection, huh?
Telepathic connection.
Just knew where she was going to be, and she was just patiently waiting in the corner. Sis got it.
Ellie Cavinder buries the 3. She was 3 for 6 on threes on Monday. Miami's built an early 13-4 lead. And Stetson having all kinds of issues getting into any kind of offense.
That was a mismatch down low. I thought she was going to get her with a little hook, but she had her sealed down there.
Hurricanes are on an 8-0 run over the last 2:44. The foul was on Cavinder. A 13-3 run over the last 5 minutes.
Which Cavinder?
It would be on Hannah Cavinder. That's right. And now a tie-up in the corner here.
Haley and Hannah. Haley's going out.
And Dwyer comes in. Now, we saw Dwyer in the exhibition game, and she was fabulous.
Dwyer is just a burst of energy off the bench. You need someone off the bench that can continue that momentum. You don't want to drop in your momentum. You don't want to drop in your momentum.
Into the backcourt, McNeil retrieves it.
Yeah, that was a close one.
Yeah. Tough shot. Won't go. Lattimore plucks off the rebound. Dwyer to the middle of the floor, right back to Lattimore. Roberts surrounded. Lattimore gets the loose ball and a foul.
They bailed her out. I think they did a great job on defense, kind of tying Miami up. They didn't really know what to do, but the relentlessness of them just having their teammates back got them a trip to the line.
Looked like both Roberts and Dwyer got in below the free throw line, but there was nothing there.
Well, Dwyer can't leave her feet without a place to pass the ball, and that just started a domino effect of a little sloppy play.
Lattimore's free throw is good. Second one by Lattimore, good. Had 11 points and 5 rebounds on Monday.
I love the fact that Miami's playing full court man-to-man. Really putting the pressure on Stetson.
Turner on the move and pulls up. That's off target. And Stetson is now 1 for 8 from the floor.
You asked me earlier, when do you think that you can look at your game plan to see if it's working? I think this is the time that you can look and see that you need to make some adjustments because the game plan, or you can look at what Miami is doing and make those adjustments accordingly if you're Stetson.
Miami's game plan is working.
To a T.
Got a blocking foul on that one. Hurricanes have opened up an early lead on a 10-0 run. Lattimore called for the blocking foul.
I thought she held her screen pretty well.
Yeah. Out of the corner, a 3-ball on the way. Hits the front of the rim. Spearman with a good rebound for Miami. Off the miss by Treadwell. Spearman pulls up at the elbow. Off target. Turner wants to run. Spearman tailgates her down the floor. McNeil watched by Hannah Cavinder. For Treadwell. Corner 3 is good by the lefty. McNeil hits a three out of the corner.
You know, I think what's going to work best for Stetson is the inside-out game. Because inside, you know, they're really big, but when you allow Miami's defense to collapse, you have those quick outside passes. Stetson's just going to have to knock down those shots.
2 for 5 today from three-point range. Roberts finds a seam at the free throw line, fires and no good. And a good rebound. Stetson will call a timeout. Turner was stuck along the baseline.
They did a good job boxing out. They just have to go pursue the ball. It was like, oh, who's going to get it? I have a body on it. Somebody go get it. You have to release and go get that basketball if you're Stetson, and you can build off of this right now in your timeout.
30-second timeout. And we'll take a break. Your score, 90 seconds to go in the quarter, 15-7. 1:36 to go. First quarter, 15-7 Miami. Turner, middle of the floor for Hargrove. Trying to get it inside to Talley. Inside might be tough sledding today. Here's another three out of the corner. That one no good. Cavinder runs it down for Miami. Hannah Cavinder has it poked away. Picked back up by Roberts. Oh, that's a nice pass.
Very nice, and way to move without the basketball.
Spearman the finish on a beautiful pass by Haley Cavinder, and a 10-point lead for Miami. Three-pointer in the air, no good. A long three from the right wing by Turner. Stetson is 2 for 7 from the bonus area. Haley Cavinder on the move and scores. Banks it home.
Absolutely. I think it's a little overwhelming because the only open shots that Stetson is getting right now is from the three-point line. And so they're going to have to settle down and concentrate and knock down those free throws. And Miami's just getting in the gut of the defense in Stetson. They're getting anything that they want right now.
10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Three ball straight on. Good.
There it is.
McNeil with her second three of the game.
Penetrate and pitch.
Final seconds, and we come to the end of the first quarter. 9-point lead for the University of Miami. The Canes made 5 of their last 7 shots to close out the quarter. After one in Coral Gables, Miami by 9.
Miami's just taking advantage of everything that the defense is giving them.
Jordan Pete, one of their top players, had 2 quick fouls in the first quarter.
She hasn't had a shot attempt yet.
Back on the floor to start the second quarter. And nearly forced a turnover.
It could have been a third foul.
Ariavets for 3, and that is short. Led Miami in threes last year. Has struggled out of the blocks this season.
Yeah, I think she needs to just see one go in.
Playing in her 109th game. Treadwell fields it to the elbow, feeds it to Talley. Shot clock's going to run out on Stetson again, third time today.
I was going to say that's the third time that Miami has forced a shot clock violation. It just speaks a lot about the defensive intensity that Miami continues to pour on Stetson.
Williams with a nice shot fake along the baseline. Cavinder shot fake. Good ball movement. Pendade with the finish. Did you like that sequence of events?
Absolutely. Miami moved the ball a lot and forced that defense to continue to shift, and they found that opening, and they made Stetson pay for it.
They went from good shot to good shot to good shot to great shot.
Yeah. You pass up good shots for better shots for great shots. And that's what happened. High percentage shot right there in the paint.
21-10 Miami. Canes by 11. Reverse layup won't go. And Pendade the rebound. Hannah Cavinder quickly down the floor. Tried to slalom into the paint and lost it. McNeil the other way is fouled by Harden.
I tell you, McNeil is making a case to become a starter on this Stetson team. She is fearless out there. Active hands, got the turnover, converted it, and now she's at the free throw line.
Was not afraid to take that all the way to the rim.
I love her confidence. It's easy to fold down 11 right now against this swarming Miami defense. And she said, no, put me in the game, coach.
McNeil had 6 points in their first game. Already 6 today. McNeil was 2 for 7 against Flagler, maybe 1 out of 2 in the free throw line.
She's 1 for 2 today.
63% career free throw shooter. 7 points in the game for McNeil.
I think she's playing off adrenaline and passion right now.
Harden is fouled at the free throw line.
I think you have to make a better decision if you're on defense. She's already in the air. All you can do is contest and box her out. There are going to be those gaps in the defense that they're playing. It looks like they're either playing a 2-3 or a 1-3-1.
Harden 13 points and 10 rebounds against Maryland Eastern Shore.
She's had quite a few double-doubles.
Yeah. Her 108th career game. First one curls out, no good. 59% on the charity stripe during her career.
I think that's something that Miami's going to have to work on collectively as a team, is their free throw shooting. Especially when you get down to the meat of these games, the ACC games, and how that pressure is going to translate to the free throw line.
22-11. Second quarter action here at the Watsco Center. Treadwell poked away by Pendade. Jumped right into that passing lane.
If you're Stetson, you have to have bounce passes because Pendade is taller. So you throw the ball up, she can get a hand on it.
Miami has a lot of weapons on defense, right? Jump in the passing lanes. They got the size, can alter shots, can get out on the break.
And I know that they do a very good job at rotating on defense, so it allows you to put that pressure on it because if you get beat, someone else has my back. And we're deep into the shot clock again.
Another desperation shot, 5th time today at the end of the for a shot clock violation.
I think the adjustment is going to be the sets that they are running on offense. Getting more movement, getting Miami to have to shift and pull out and double team and find those gaps when you can have open shots. Because right now, almost every shot is almost a desperation shot, last second shot, or they're having a shot clock violation.
Williams pulls up and draws a foul.
Got her on the elbow.
She plays with so much confidence. Very well spoken. She's going to be one of the great ambassadors also for the University of Miami program.
Absolutely. Like I said, it's just very tough to guard her because you don't know, she has the capability to knock down the three-pointer. She's very explosive and that first step is very quick, and so you have to give her a little bit of room. And then she could pull up. And so how do you guard her?
All ACC freshman team. Started 28 of 34 games last year.
She earned that.
I imagine that's going to be a name that's in the starting lineup for the next several years. Missed both free throws. And Harden gets called for the foul.
I can remember watching her last year and Williams, and she wasn't starting. And when I first saw her play, I said by mid-season, she's going to be a starter. You just needed that intensity that she brings to the game on the court at all times. Like you can't wait for later for her.
Here is Pete against Williams right along the sideline. Hargrove behind the back. Sets up a 3-ball that's too strong by Treadwell. Cavinder the rebound, and Pete dives after her. So a collision on the floor.
I love the passion. Both teams diving on the floor. Stetson know that they got to leave it all out there, and Cavinder showing that she's not afraid to get down and dirty.
Poole missed most of the first quarter. She's trying to light the fuse here for Stetson.
Trying to find her way and get a feel for what's going on out there.
Tough shot over Pendade. That's a tally. Ariavitz surfs into the lane and took too many steps.
Ariavitz saw the play happening before it actually happened and didn't give it a chance to develop. She knows she wanted to penetrate and pitch, but Stetson stepped up, giving all credit to their defense for stepping in and making that a turnover.
Turner had a notion for the three, goes down low for Talley. Surrounded by Pendade, who easily takes it away. And now Williams with a chance to run. Weaves her way into the lane, comes up short. Pendade is there to clean it up.
Coast to coast. Defensive stop, offensive rebound.
That's 8 points for Pendade, perfect 4 for 4 from the floor. Hargrove in trouble. Just no place for Stetson to go offensively. There's a mid-range jumper by Talley.
Talley has done a good job just hitting those open shots, being ready for when that penetrating kick comes. When Pendade is drug up off of her and sucked into the defense, she's making Miami pay.
Williams with an offensive foul. Maybe a little too aggressive on that one.
Pete says she's going to contribute any way she can. She can't get that offense going, and she's definitely showing that on defense. She is going to make a name and get her team, trying to get this team rallied up.
Took that charge from Williams. Her first foul. 3 fouls on Miami. 2 fouls on Stetson. Approaching 5 minutes to go in the half. 24-15 Miami.
If I'm Stetson, I'm being aggressive. I'm understanding that 2 more fouls is going to get me a trip to the free throw line.
Reach-in foul by Stetson that time on Turner. One way to cut leads, right? Get to the free throw line. Stops the clock, gets the points in the free throw line.
Absolutely. You know, Miami's very aggressive on defense. They're going to take those chances because they know that they do a really good job at rotating. And so if I'm Stetson, I'm definitely going to try to force Miami to give me a couple of fouls.
And despite all the obstacles, they're not out of this game. Only a 9-point game.
Yeah, it looks like on the court, it looks differently than what the score reflects.
Cavinder with 10 to shoot. Trying to get Miami back into some semblance of offense here. Slaloms into the paint.
This is the first time that I've seen Miami under 10 seconds in the shot clock.
We'll take a timeout. Midway through the second quarter, 24-15 Miami. Elementary school day here at the University of Miami. Perhaps future Hurricanes all throughout this crowd today, either athletically or who knows, it could become the next brilliant student at the University of Miami.
It's a good recruiting tool,
yeah,
huh?
It sure is, yeah. Cavinder will get it in to Lattimore.
Lattimore showing she has a little bit of handles out there. Oh, excuse me.
Nice step back into a 3 by Cavinder, curls out. Pendade cleans it up again.
Miami is way too talented at the offensive rebounding level to let them get those cheap points.
26-15, Poole. The transfer from Lipscomb. She had 18 points on Monday. In foul trouble here today. Down low inside the right block. A nice move by Treadwell.
Cut right in front of the gut of that defense and focused and finished that layup. It's good concentration.
Transfer from Seton Hall. Had 10 points in 21 minutes against Flagler. And Poole just got her 3rd foul. Or rather, Pete got her 3rd foul.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Jordan Pete, who has 3 fouls.
It's hard for her to get into the game. Can't get a rhythm like that. Feel like you can't do anything right defensively. You can't touch them. You can't play your game.
Cavinder on the left wing. Oh boy. Went for the steal, did McNeil.
She almost had it. That would have been the second time. She got the first one in the open court and went down and made shot 2 free throws.
Instead, will be called for a foul. 26-17.
One more foul. Miami's going to the stripe every foul now. Now they can be as aggressive as they want going to the basket.
Hurricanes' largest lead, 12.
Stetson trying to dig out of that hole a little bit before halftime.
Personal foul against
I love McNeil's intensity. She is just unafraid of this Miami defense, offensively and defensively.
This time a whistle on Miami.
That's the third 3-second call as well.
Miami's had 6 turnovers, 7 turnovers. Stetson has 5. Ellison is in the game for the Hatters. Gouillard has her pass intercepted by Cavinder.
Yeah, they're not getting her.
Cavinder wins that one easily to the rim.
Cavinder is a little pesty down there on the defensive end. I like it.
Led the Mountain West in scoring and rebounding. Free throw line jumper off target. There comes Hannah Cavinder. Off to her sister, Haley. Lattimore traveled. That looked like it was a little bit out of her range, right? Here's the easy breakaway.
Yeah, she just accelerated past her. I don't know if it's out of her range. I've seen her kind of toy with the ball, look like she's really comfortable with the ball. I think that she needs a little bit more development, in guard skills when it comes down to really getting to the basket. But we'll see. She seems comfortable, like this is her game and she wants to do it.
28-17. Hargrove loses it out of play. And McNeil will bring it inbounds. Quick shot, no good. Spearman picks it up.
Stetson's doing a great job cutting off that middle, helping their teammates out.
Just a shade over 2 minutes to go. Ellison is called for the foul.
He just walked right onto the free throw line.
Yep. So area vets will go to the free throw line for Miami. Did not score against Maryland Eastern Shore, was 0 for 6. 0 for 2 today. And now in the scorebook for the first time.
Sometimes all you have to do is see it go in.
Yeah.
I know it has to be frustrating to come into a game, not making anything, and then miss your first couple of shots.
Good on a pair of free throws is Ariavets, who started 35 games last year for Miami. Hargrove gets underneath and scores.
That 1-2-2 Miami just gave up a layup. They're going to have to rotate a little quicker.
Cavinder misses from three-point range. Here comes McNeil. Hargrove, a jump stop, taken away by Ariavets. Miami trying to finish the half with a flurry. Cavinder on the move is fouled.
She's just unafraid. I really like it.
Haley Cavinder with 7 points so far.
She's playing with the energy like they're down right now.
2 rebounds, 3 out of 4 from the floor. Her first free throw of the game. Had 12 double-doubles last season.
Yeah, it's like once she sees it goes in, it's like an ocean for her.
Good on a pair of free throws, which of course would be expected since she had the NCAA record for free throws at 97%.
97% out of the entire season. That is a crazy stat line.
109 for 112. Do you think at the end of games, in a close game, the opponent's just going to say, Miami, do whatever you want. We're not going to let you get the ball to Cavinder?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That needs to be it. That Miami defense is continuing to give a big fit to Stetson.
Sitting on the largest lead of the game now, 13. Area bets got it to go. And like you said, maybe those free throws.
She dialed her numbers. She sat right here. She said what she was going to run. She got right to the spot that she wanted to get to, and she knocked down that shot.
34-19.
That could be dangerous because they were playing a little bit off of her. Miami's pulling away a little bit in the second quarter.
Biggest lead now, 15.
Stetson had it at 9 for a while.
McNeil launches it inbounds. Ellison.
Stetson needs a good shot going into halftime. There
Nice
it is.
jump stop move and a nice pivot. Tally with a nice finish.
Good footwork. Got Spearman off of her feet.
34-21.
High pick and roll.
Area Betsy uses the screen, gets to the rim, comes up a little bit short. Ellison. Good if it goes around and out.
That was a rush three, but it almost went in there. I think they can build off of that going into the halftime.
34-21, Miami with the lead. Hurricanes shoot 54%.
The second half. Kamaya McNeil.
She earned that, right? She's played really well.
She's earned it. She was ready. She's ready when her name was called, and they can't afford to not have her on the court.
Sometimes you get in one of these games where you have the mid-major playing the Power Five. Those mid-major players want to prove themselves.
This is the time to show themselves.
Harden starts the second half off by getting to the rim.
Aggressive big move to the middle. Just a shoulder right there to the chest. A little bit of separation was all she needed, and a beautiful step through.
Turner from St. Augustine. Gives it up to Hargrove. Try to work it inside to McNeil. Poked away and taken away by Miami. Here comes Cavinder. Full head of steam for Cavinder, then backs it out. McNeil smothering Cavinder. Pendade a little bit too ambitious on that pass.
Put a little too much on it. I think if she'd put a little more air on it and let Destiny just go and get it, she would have been all right, but she saw it.
Arievez putting pressure on. I think she got a little piece of that. Did she? Or no, turnover. Okay, that's what I thought. Good pressure by Arievez caused the errant pass.
And then it gives them the ball right under the basket. Very, very dangerous place for them to have it with Pendade right there.
Harden to start the second half very aggressively.
She is coming into her own really quickly in this third quarter. Two good aggressive moves, back to back to the free throw line. See if she can convert this for 2 points.
First one by Harden, too strong.
Miami at 62% at the foul line.
Harden, a 59% free throw shooter in her career. Makes 1 out of 2. Last year was at 69%.
She's not going to be able to dribble that ball in front of Jalea like that.
McNeil with a nice find out of the corner for 3. That's well done. Set up by McNeil.
She hit a similar 3 like that in the first quarter.
Turner hits the 3 on a nice feed.
Harden is putting on a clinic right now. She missed that one, but a lot of 3 good moves to the basket.
McNeil again. Turner, by the way, who hit the 3, the previous 3, is a transfer from Middle Tennessee, went to Nice High School. Prolific scorer there. Here's Arievitz from the free throw line. Tumbles off. Cavinder finds the rebound, +1.
She is such a tough spark for this Miami offense and defense. You know, I know there's a lot of talk about NIL deals and all the marketing and things and them being, you know, pretty twins that are coming to Miami, but they have shown that they can get right in the thick of it and they can downright play basketball.
She averaged almost 10 rebounds a game last year.
And as a guard, that's very difficult to do. You have to be very, very, very active on offense and defense to do something like that.
19 points and 9 rebounds a game.
She's proving herself. She's living up to the hype.
Talley covered up by Pendade. McNeil on the move over Williams, too hard. Arievitz has the rebound, has Cavinder out in front. With a bounce pass, Cavinder threads a nice wraparound pass to Pendade.
Oh, that
timeout.
was pretty. That was just pretty. That was too good. That was nice.
Stetson needs to get the music stopped. Hurricanes pulling away now, 42-26. Out of the timeout, Stetson trailing Miami 42-26. Hurricanes with a trap here in the backcourt and force another turnover. You said during the commercial they're going to have problems getting the ball in.
I mean, you see 3 Miami players, 2 Stetson players, and the amount of intensity that Jalea and this Miami defense brings. I saw trouble far before it happened.
Haley Cavinder, by the way, double digits today, her 78th career double-digit game as she sits down on the bench. Her first at the University of Miami, 78th career double-digit game in her career.
It has to be an exciting time for her. You know, coming to a new conference, coming to a new team, and being able to contribute right away.
Here's Dwyer for 3. You know, their dad played at Nova Southeastern, right up the road.
Who's
The
father?
Cavinders.
Oh, really?
Yep.
No, I didn't know that.
There's a 3-pointer by Ellison off the heel, no good.
Those are the easiest shots that Stetson's getting right now, those 3-point shots.
Arievitz lost it. It's 6 points in the game out of the corner. Williams, a triple try, good! And now the sky is falling for Stetson.
Yep, 21-point game. All is going right for the Miami Hurricanes. And Jalea's hitting 3-pointers.
47-26, that one around and out.
Miami just allowing them to shoot themselves out of this game.
Harden, Arievitz for 3. Too strong. Hargrove away with it for McNeil. 3-pointers, a swish from the far left wing. Ellison, Annabelle Ellison.
Third time's the charm. It's the third 3 that she shot in 2 possessions. I'm wondering if that's why they put her in here. Because those are the only shots that they're getting. It's just an ill-advised foul at the 3-point line. 3 shots. Y'all know you do not foul a 3-point shooter She thought she was maybe going to pass it.
So Harden to the line. Had 100 rebounds in back-to-back seasons. Tossed in 100 steals as well. Destiny Harden becomes a stat sheet stuffer.
Leaving her mark at the University of Miami Watsco Center. Great memories here.
Well, your banner's hanging, your jersey's hanging right up there in the Raptors, so.
I played the very first game here in the Watsco Center. It was the Bank United Center at that time.
That's right. There's your jersey right there.
It still feels so surreal. I'm in very, very good company up there with Maria and Francis and Octavia. People who I looked up to.
Back in those days, you didn't have the practice facility either. Now they have a practice facility, right?
Yeah, we did not have a practice facility. We were over at the Hecht.
At the Hecht, right, yeah.
Did they change the name?
Well, the Knight Sports Center.
Okay.
Next to the Hecht. (50-29). Corner three is short. Dwyer has the rebound. Taken away by McNeil. Can't get it to go, but does draw the foul.
McNeil is all over the place, and I'm wondering when they are going to get Jordan Pete back in this game. Try to get her some rhythm. I know she has 3 fouls, but 18 points that she contributed last game. I know that they're missing that offense out there right now.
McNeil is good on the free throw.
She's in double digits now. Yep. Oh, here's the here's the noise.
Yeah, now the kids are proving they can read because the scoreboard says louder.
It worked.
Yeah, it did. Williams on the wing. I always think about when these kids go back to class later this afternoon.
Are they going back to class?
I would think.
Is school in for Dade County?
Yes, it is, yep.
Oh, I need to switch my son. When they go back, it'll be time to, it will be time for the bell to ring for dismissal. Spearman to the line.
First one by Spearman is good.
Got to keep Miami off the line. You want the clock to stop, but you want it to stop in your favor if you're Stetson.
Spearman good on a pair of free throws. Miami's been to the line now 20 times, 15 for 20 from the free throw line, so getting that worked out pretty well. Nice stop and go move by Hargrove into the land of the Giants. Misses. Spearman the rebound. Williams cross court to a streaking Dwyer.
He's going all the way.
Into the lane, the floater is short. Miami is out rebounded Stetson 26-14. McNeil with a charge.
McNeil went coast to coast. And Miami just sacrificed their bodies for the offensive foul.
All right, we'll take a timeout. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Miami lead 52-30. Matinee. Miami and Stetson. Hurricanes have led almost wire to wire. Stetson scored a point before we even played 1 second. Cavinder for 3, short. We had an administrative technical foul. Oh, there's a takeaway. And the basket's good. Spearman with an alert and perceptive play.
McNeil picks up her 4th. Very, very dangerous in a difficult situation for Stetson. you're Lynn Bria, I don't know if I would take her out.
Yep. Pete has been on the bench most of the game with foul trouble.
I mean, you're down 24. I don't know what you have, you know. I would leave it all out there.
Turner down with a good rebound. The score is 1-0 Stetson before the tip-off. They scored the first basket. They led 3-0, and that's been it. Short on the three. Arievich with the rebound.
And look at this race.
Yep. Finds Williams, had Lattimore there as well. Play a little bit of volleyball.
If you're Miami, I want to see a 4-1 transition. We have to get a basket from that. You just have to get a basket if I'm Miami from that. And if you're Stetson, you have to praise and give credit to your defense for playing in between four players and doing your best to prevent that basket.
Spearman's free throw tumbles off the iron. Spearman today, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Makes 1 out of 2.
Miami's still in the full court man-to-man defense.
Canes are 16 for 23 from the free throw line. Now Stetson's going to get their chance. On the other end, Talley got it inside.
I mean, that's what you want. Quick stops, transition, stop the clock, get to the free throw line.
55-32. Talley against Flagler played 23 minutes and collected 13 points on 5 of 9 shooting. Finishes the three-point play, good for 9 points today.
She's almost in double digits.
Lattimore along the baseline traveled.
It's been a frustrating evening for Lattimore. She's had a couple of hiccups where, you know, she thought she could handle the ball and now a spin move, but they've been anticipating really well on her for Stetson.
12 Miami turnovers. Lattimore has 3. Ellison for Talley, who scores.
And that was a really, really good pass and great concentration to be able to finish that in traffic.
I like the way that Ellison kind of drifted around.
She strung out the defense. She made both continue to play her for just enough time for her to whip that ball in there.
Cavinder, a 3-ball off the heel. Long rebound is run down by Ellison with a long pass in front. On the other end, and Hargrove scores.
Miami's going to want a timeout right after that.
55-37. And Stetson has put together a nice 7-0 run. Trying to find something to build on, and Stetson does, putting together a 7-0 run. They were getting hit pretty hard here in the third quarter, but that was a nice response.
Yeah, Stetson's doing a really good job of, in their offense, of that one offensive set that we did see, moving that ball around, making sure that they pass it around, getting that Miami defense and that pick and roll when the Miami, the post player has to show. That post player is rolling, and the post player can't roll with her because you have to wait for the guard to get under that screen, and they're making Miami pay for that.
Highest scoring quarter of the game for Stetson. They've scored 16 points here in the third quarter.
I think they have to build on that little by little, possession by possession. But I don't see Miami coming out of their full court man-to-man defense and that pressure. That's what got them this lead in the first place. And Stetson's returning a favor with the defense, full court defense.
10-second violation. That was tough right from the get-go. Miami juggled the ball, bobbled it around. When you have a player like Lattimore who's that tall, it's kind of easier to get her the ball in the middle, right?
I would think so. I'll have to look again at their press offense to see if they shift and they rotate her to the middle. But they look kind of stagnant in that possession.
Douillard with a nice hook shot.
They're just being patient and taking what Miami gives.
Nice 9-0 run put together by Stetson here. And
Miami looks a little routed right now.
that one last touch by Stetson on the way out. Stetson has made 4 of their last 4 field goals. Miami 1 of their last 7. 55-39 game. Hurricanes' largest lead was 25 at 55-30. 9-0 run put together here by Stetson.
Let's see if Stetson can maintain this momentum shift.
Cavinder races it down the backcourt. Good hustle by Harden. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Cavinder on the move. Nice hook pass, sets up a 3-ball for Roberts. That won't go, and Stetson continues the battle and fight.
I like to see that box out. That was a great box out. She actually boxed out backwards.
Miami is 3 for 12 on 3-point shots today.
Oh.
Tricky pass. Hargrove has it with 8. Breaking toward the rim on the baseline. And Roberts is there to deflect it away.
5 seconds to go. Let's see what Stetson calls.
They've had trouble with the shot clock today. Stetson's 5 for 16 on 3-pointers. They're riding a 9-0 run.
I haven't seen them take the ball out under the basket.
Shot clock down to 1. They've got no idea. Not even looking. How does that happen?
Lack of communication. You have to know time and score. And I would want to see a different play, that maybe a screen or something, a quick hitter. They seem to just want to get the ball in to run a set. Can't do that with 5 seconds left.
Nobody looked up at the clock or reminded anybody. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
The kids did.
Williams, Cavinder splits the defense. Runner is no good. Pendade the rebound.
Patient off of their second chance shot.
Williams pulls up. That's good. Nice move.
She passed up a couple of shots for one that she was more comfortable with.
11 points for Jalea Williams to go with 2 rebounds. Inside 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Talley misses on the 3, and Turner grabbed the rebound.
Stetson on the offensive boards. They haven't had many this game. Have to get a good quality shot with 38 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Turner with 10 on the shot clock. Shot clock is down to 5. Here's a 3-ball, air ball. Cavinder will take it with 18 seconds to go in the quarter. Plenty of options. Williams.
I'll take the last shot.
We're going to wait for the last shot.
Absolutely.
Williams on the move with 3. That'll be the end of the third quarter. Brings us to the end of 3 quarters. Miami outscored Stetson 23-18 in the third quarter. They'll take a 57-39 lead into the fourth quarter. Okay, we go to the fourth quarter here at the Watsco Center on Elementary School Day. 57-39 Miami. Stetson did make some headway in the third quarter. Had a nice 9-0 run to cut into Miami's 25-point lead. They played most of this game without Jordan Pete, who's been on the bench, got into early foul trouble, and then really hasn't played at all.
Foul trouble has really hurt Jordan Pete and McNeil.
Harden takeaway for Williams. Through traffic, threaded that one, a tight needle to thread. Second chance, third chance, Harden fouled from behind.
Those situations, we have to come up. If you're Miami, you have to come up with a basket. It's 3-on-1. You saw 4-on-1 earlier in the game. You have to convert those into buckets. And you see Destiny Harden telling Jaleel right now that you have to make those baskets.
Harden's first free throw is good.
And if you're Stetson, you can't stop the clock and put Miami on the foul line. I think they're having a conversation to see if Turner's fouled out. And she has. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't show that she fouled out, so I'm unsure what the conversation is about. All right, just a little confusion.
Turner stays on the floor.
You have 3 Stetson players with 4 fouls now. You have Turner, Pete, and McNeil.
Harden makes the free throw. The lead is 20. 59-39.
Miami in a big 2-3 zone or 2-1-2. They're going to force Stetson to make outside jumpers.
Harden from long range skips off the rim. Down with a good rebound is Treadwell. Takeaway by Williams. Got a 2-on-1. Ariavets back to Williams and a foul.
Williams have got to make that. That is an and one. She's frustrated with herself.
So Williams will go to the free throw line. 11 points today on 4 of 10 shooting. 3 rebounds. Has played 18 minutes. Had 14 points against Maryland Eastern Shore. That one is around and out.
And Miami back at the free throw line.
Second one is good. Makes 1 out of 2.
Miami still very aggressive on the offensive end, getting to the foul line multiple times in this fourth quarter already. It's only been a minute and a half.
Ariavets with the steal. Williams out in front. And that's an easy 2.
Redemption for her. She's like, I can make it with no one around me.
62-39. Pete finally re-enters the game. McNeil for 3. Good. How about that?
She's ready. She's ready. If they're going to dare Stetson to shoot, they have to shade over to her side at least.
13 for McNeil. Lob inside to Pendade. Got right down in there, good position. Did some work early.
Great pass, great concentration to catch that, and great finish.
14 for Pendade and 7 of 8 shooting. Also has collected 7 rebounds.
deep in the shot clock.
Out of the corner, Pete for three.
There she goes.
Today from Lipscomb, hometown of St. Louis. Against Flagler on 7 of 10 shooting. Harden, high-low for Pendade.
I'm going to give her a little credit, though. She sat for a very long time and came off the bench ready and knocked down a very important three right here.
That was going to be on Cavinder.
McNeil is really giving her all out here this game.
So McNeil with 13 points on 4 of 6 shooting today. Playing with 4 fouls. 13 points.
Leading this Stetson team off the bench.
3 rebounds. They've played over 20 minutes in this game.
I don't know if she saw this coming.
And makes the first free throw. Kids are screaming. They're emptying their lungs now. This one's got leather lungs. McNeil makes a pair of free throws.
They'll stay under full court pressure to try to force Miami to take a tough shot.
Harden on the pull-up on the baseline.
Just rose above the defense.
11 points for Harden, 9 in the second half, 7 out of 9 from the free throw line. Now that was a nice find. And a good finish there by Treadwell.
She was moving without the ball. She saw her teammate in trouble. She decided not to just sit there.
Corner 3 by Williams, skips off the rim. McNeil around Harden. Rebounded by Harden. Cavinder on the sideline. Haley Cavinder. Harden will fire. Harden has been very aggressive here in the second half.
And McNeil will pick up her
The
fifth
foul.
personal foul. And I know she wishes she can get that back, but all credit goes to her for an amazing game for her personally, being ready off the bench, leading this Stetson team. I know it's frustrating for her. You can see it on her face.
15 points in the game. 4 of 7 shooting, made 3 of 4 3-pointers. She's going to stay in that court as long as she can, even though she has been disqualified.
That's the last thing you want to see if you're the head coach for Stetson, Lynn Bria, the person that has really tried to keep your team together and lead that team on offensive and defense. But she left it out. She left everything out on the court.
You can see how much this one means to her. Played really well here today.
You love to see the passion in basketball players. I would be upset if one of my players, you know, were okay with, oh, I fouled out. Oh, we were already down. There was nothing else I can do. You can tell she really felt like she could contribute more to the Stetson team. And so she'll have to lead them from the bench.
Miami has led just about all the way. It was 1-0. Our score was 1-0 before tip-off. Since then, Miami has led all the way. Harden with 11. Cavinder with 12. 14 for Williams and 14 for Pendade.
They're a very dangerous team because anyone can score. And so when you have threats inside and out, all 5 that are on the court, you have to guard all of them from the three-point line to the rim. That makes it very, very difficult when you have some gaps in your defense.
You know, I want to go back to what you just said about McNeil going out, and you would want to be around players where it means something to them, where they're upset at this point. And I think that's like half the battle of recruiting, putting your team together, is trying to find like-minded players.
You have to find good teammates. You have to find people that are not here just to score, but who's going to do the little things, you know? It's not easy coming off the bench knowing you're not one of the starting five, but, you know, when you never know when your name's going to be called.
So maybe McNeil didn't foul out after all.
I mean, initially, I thought she only had 3 fouls when they said she had 4, but, you know, I just go by what's given in front of me.
There's a discrepancy, so now they're going through all the fouls.
Do you think this is a momentum shift?
I would say with 5 minutes to go, let her play.
Not if you're Miami. I think I saw that there was a confirmation that she fouled out.
Fouled out, so. Okay, now we've got Harden on the free throw line. Harden makes 1 out of 2. 12 points for Harden. 11 of those here in the second half.
She's shown that she, at any quarter, she can turn it on. Jordan Pete's going to have to really put this team on her back and get some points on the board.
Hargrove for 3, grazes the side of the rim. Cavinder with the rebound for Miami. Haley Cavinder.
Sister to sister.
For 3 and good.
That's the second time this game I seen her look at her, look her off, and say, I got you, sis.
The lead swells to 70-49. Haley Cavinder with the 3 from her sister Hannah. Easy rebound for Spearman. Now Arievitz threads her way through the defense. Cavinder again for 3.
Sister to sister. You love to see it, and this Miami team is just super happy. They're on the sideline grittying.
Back. 73-49 is our score here in the fourth quarter. 18 points for Haley Cavinder. Right now tailgating Jordan Pete down the floor.
She's just played with a lot of energy and a lot of determination. And she's been the leader of this Miami offense out here.
That 3 comes up a little bit short for Talley.
Doesn't look like Coach Bria wanted that shot. Stetson are going to a 2-3. Try to contain the penetration on the inside and the paint points. That has been a real concern for their defense.
Lattimore launches a triple try. No good. Down with a good rebound is Treadwell.
Seen her hit a couple of threes in her exhibition game the other night.
That 3 is short, and the rebound by Spearman. And then a foul after the play.
I think it was out.
Oh, out of bounds, yep.
Stetson not giving up on defense. And they're not playing like they're defeated. But the only shots they're seeming to get that are open are these three-pointers. To the basket, into the free throw line.
stops the clock with 3.5 to play. 73-49. Miami will play Boston University on Sunday here at the Watsco Center at 1 o'clock.
They'll try to extend their record, their undefeated record, very early in their Miami season.
They always put together, Katie Meyer always puts together a nice non-conference schedule. This one has Florida and Michigan on it. But I also think you try to get, sometimes you get teams like Stetson who are in your state, but also you get teams that play different styles that maybe you'll see later on in the year from the ACC, or sometimes you find a awkward style that you might see early in the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely. I think the key is to definitely get different looks from different teams, because you never know who you're going to face in the NCAA tournament. And so you might not face an ACC team, a different style of play. And sometimes those different styles of plays wreak havoc on your offense because you're not used to playing that.
Right. Cavinder in the lane. Lattimore, and time runs out on Miami with under 3 to go in the game.
It's the first shot clock violation I've seen from Miami today.
Hurricanes playing with Lattimore and Spearman on the floor at the same time. That will be imposing for a lot of teams.
Miami's height has definitely caused a lot of trouble for the Stetson offense.
Dwyer swiftly down the floor. Nice stop and go move, and scores.
That was a very athletic move right there from Dwyer. It's just a glimpse of what she can do. You know, she has a lot of tenacity and a lot of passion and determination in her offensive skill set as well.
There's a three-pointer. Good to go for Stetson.
And that's Jordan Pete. You just wonder what the game would have looked like if she was in the game, a major part of it the entire game instead of the last bit of the fourth quarter.
Roberts for 3, straight on and good. Scores for the first time today. Pete, by the way, was a 31% three-point shooter, so.
We'll see if Miami leaves are open on this possession. I would shoot that as well. Heat check.
78-54. Got a blocking foul just right along the baseline.
And she will foul out as well. So that would be number 5 on Pete.
So Pete never really got going here today.
She tried to step up and take a charge, but she was still shifting a little bit. Miami's been very aggressive offensively. They've fouled out 2 players, have another player with 4 fouls, and they've been to the free throw line quite a bit.
Robertson, 14 minutes today, and that free throw is good. Miami on the line, 21 of 30.
It's a lot from the charity stripe.
Good on a pair of free throws is Roberts. 5 points in the game. Hargrove's runner, no good. Rebound cleared by Spearman for Dwyer. Cavinder had a notion for 3. Lattimore. Under a minute to go now here in Coral Gables. Uh-oh. I thought they were going to throw that ball to you.
Only 4 seconds left.
Intercepted by Hargrove. Roberts pokes and jabs at it with 30 seconds to play.
She's done that move a couple of times. Gone right up and under Spearman and got her hand a little bit. Spearman saying, I didn't do anything, I just stood there, but she initiated that contact and He's back to the free throw line.
Canes sitting on their largest lead of the game at 26. First free throw is good. 6 points in the half for Talley, 12 in the game. They get 14 in the game. And now 15, so a nice game put together by Jalen Talley.
Something she can build on. You don't see a Miami offense and defense every day when you're Stetson.
Cavinder under pressure, finds Roberts. Final seconds should tick off the clock peacefully here at the Watsco Center, and Miami will cruise to the finish line with an 80-56 victory over the Stetson Hatters and improve their record to 2-0 and defeat Stetson for the 21st time. As these teams have now played 25 times, Miami's won 21. They win this one, Tamara, 80-56.
Miami is definitely showing why they are who they are. They've had a great recruiting cycle this past season, and